Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate you jumping on. We are going to talk Swift versus XRP today, the simple breakdown everyone needs to understand. Before we do that, let's take a quick look at pricing. Bitcoin pretty much stayed flat over the last 24 hours, down 2%, I guess, 67,633. Ethereum also down around the same amount, 2,027, and XRP the last 24 hours down 4.53% to $1.40. So we saw a little jump up, and now today we are back down, unfortunately. That being said, let's jump in to Swift versus XRP. Uh, Welcome back to the channel. If you're into crypto, especially XRP, Bitcoin, and the larger coins, you probably heard the question a million times. Is XRP going to replace Swift? Today I'm breaking it down super simply, no complicated banking jargon, no hype. So even if you're never sent an international wire, you'll get it. We'll cover exactly what Swift is, what XRP actually does, why they're totally different, the real world use cases, and most importantly, how XRP is built to help Swift and make the whole global money system faster and cheaper. If you're new here, do me a favor and hit that smash button, subscribe, and hit the notification to stay on top of all the latest information. We keep crypto explanations this clear every week. Let's jump in. What is SWIFT? Simply put, SWIFT stands for Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Think of it as the secure messaging system that almost every major bank on earth uses to talk to each other about moving money internationally. It's not the actual money mover, however. It's like the post office that delivers a super secure letter saying, "Hey, bank in Japan, please send $50,000 to this account in Mexico," for example. That letter, which is the SWIFT message, is trusted by over 11,000 banks and moves trillions of dollars per year. But the actual money, it still has to travel the old way through correspondent banks, pre-funded accounts called Nostro and Vostro accounts. Nostro or Vostro accounts, excuse me, time zones and manual checks. So even with SWIFT, a simple cross-border payment can take 1 to 5 days and cost anywhere from $10 to $50 plus bad exchange rates. So it's very expensive. Swift, to think of an analogy, Swift is the text message that says, "I'm sending you the money." Important and secure, but you still have to wait for the actual cash to show up. So, moving on to XRP. What is XRP? XRP is much faster. You want to send dollars from the US to pesos in the Philippines instead of slow correspondent banks? Your bank converts dollars to XRP for a split second, shoots the XRP across the ledger in 3 to 5 seconds for basically zero fees, and it instantly converts to pesos on the other side. No money sitting idle in foreign accounts for days, no bank middleman taking cuts. This is what Ripple calls on-demand liquidity, referred to as ODL, and it's already live with banks and payment companies today. XRP is volatile like other cryptos because it trades on the open market, but its job is to be the neutral, always available gas that makes instant global transfers possible. What are the clear differences between Swift and XRP? Let's touch on those quickly. What it does. Swift sends secure messages or instructions. XRP and the XRP ledger actually move the value. It's settlement. How about speed? Swift, 1 to 5 days, sometimes hours with GPI, but on a normal, it's 1 to 5 days. XRP, 3 to 5 seconds, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Cost, $10 to $50 on the Swift side, less than a penny on the XRP side. Needs pre-funded accounts. Swift, Yes, trillions locked up globally. XRP, noble, no, on-demand liquidity. Technology, Swift is from the 1970s. XRP, modern blockchain ledger. In plain English, Swift is the trusted messenger. XRP is the instant delivery truck. They do two different jobs. And that is key to remember. What is Swift's superpower? It's the global standard. Every big bank speaks Swift. It's perfect for compliance, regulatory reporting, and when you just need to coordinate payment the traditional way. Most international wires you see today still use Swift messages. XRP's superpower, on the other hand, we need the money there right now at almost no cost. Remittances, sending money home to family, business paying suppliers overseas instantly, treasury departments moving large amounts without tying up capital. Here's an example. A European company pays an Asian supplier. They can still send the SWIFT message for all the legal and tracking requirements, but use XRP on the back end for the actual instant settlement. Banks get the best of both worlds. So how does XRP actually help SWIFT? Here's the part most people miss. XRP is rocket fuel for SWIFT. It's not a replacement. SWIFT itself is upgrading. In 2025, they announced they're building a blockchain-based shared ledger for real-time 24/7 payments, working with over 30 banks. They're testing this interoperability with chains like the XRP ledger. Why does that matter? Swift's messages are great, but the actual money movement is still slow and expensive. XRP solves the settlement problem in seconds and frees up trillions of dollars currently trapped in those pre-funded Nostro accounts around the world. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse even said at the 2025 XRPL Apex that the XRP ledger could realistically handle about 14% of Swift's current volume within 5 years. Not by kicking Swift out, but by powering the actual delivery layer. Banks like Deutsche Bank are already integrating Ripple's rails for cross-border and FX. When Swift messages plus XRP settlement work together, you get trusted coordination plus instant finality. A win-win for both the banks, a win for the entire system. So, you've heard this over and over again, but hopefully this is a kind of clear way to understand it. And to put a wrap on this, I don't want to go too long. XRP and Swift are not the same thing and they're not enemies. Don't buy that. Swift is the trusted global messaging layer that banks already love. XRP is the fast, cheap, 24-hour, 7 days a week settlement layer that fixes the slow and expensive part. Today, they make international money movement finally feel like the 21st century. If you're holding XRP, this is excellent news. More volume, more utility, and real adoption coming from the traditional finance world. What do you think? Will we see full Swift plus XRP integration this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. If this cleared things up for you at all, hit the like, share it with friends who still think XRP is trying to kill Swift, and subscribe for more simple breakdowns. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you on the next one.